Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing. You know, whether you need a brand new roof, a roof repair, new guttering, Daniel Hood Roofing will do it. One of the most conscientious guys I've ever met in terms of the job that they do, the quality of work that they do, wanting to take care of his customers. That is Daniel's goal. Everybody says it. I've talked to him about his business a million times. I can tell you that's the first thing on the top of his head. Daniel Hood Roofing is who you need to call. That's why 99.9% of the people on this set at one time or another have had Daniel Hood on top of their roofs. DanielHoodRoofing.com to learn more, and their operators are standing by today if you want to give them a call today. Okay, let's talk bowls. I jumped ahead in our teas. We're actually talking bowls right now. On the left, Vanderbilt's the only SEC team that's not bowl eligible. 13 bowl eligible teams. I've got LSU and Florida down there at the bottom because, well, they're in a coaching search. So would a bowl find them attractive? But on the right, you see the possibilities of bowl tie-ins. There are even a couple of projections out there that some of these other leagues might not have enough teams available, so a team like Missouri could get drafted into the Quick Lane Bowl, which isn't an SEC bowl. But the bottom line is, if you get one or two teams in the playoff, one or two in the New Year's Six bowl games, Citrus, Texas, Liberty, the Mayo, Music City, Gator, Outback, Birmingham, Gasparilla, you've got 13 slots there. So it's potential that 13 of the SEC's 14 teams could all wind up in bowls. Now, what's most likely for the Volunteers? The 6 middle bowls there. Liberty, Duke's Mayo Bowl. I'm going to start calling that the Gerard Mayo Bowl. The Music City Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Outback Bowl, Texas Bowl. Pretty much the same one that Tennessee has been roped into for the last decade when they have been bowl eligible. If Georgia beats Alabama, you're looking at Georgia to the playoff and probably Alabama and Ole Miss to the New Year's Six games. If Bama upsets Georgia, you're looking at Georgia and Bama in the playoff. Ole Miss in the New Year's Six. I don't see another SEC team with A&M losing to LSU. Correct. I don't see another SEC team jumping into that. So I think you're going to have 3 SEC teams no matter what in those top 6 bowls. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, so that drops you into those bowls we're talking about because you're not going to get Citrus. That's more than likely going to be Kentucky at this point, or could be Texas A&M. Kentucky's got the better record. Kentucky was down there 3 years ago. Would they want Texas A&M? I don't know. Here's the question, though. If you were Vol AD Danny White, you get to turn in. All these ADs are going to turn into the league office. Here's where we'd like to go, 2 or 3 names. What are the 2 bowls you're turning in? If I'm telling you 2 of those 6, where are you turning in?
I'm going the one who's paying the most money. I'm just be real with you. We can go
but you split it. But you split the cash for the most part in the SEC. So it's not. Yeah, it's not, you keep some of it, but it's basically it all goes into a pool and you divvy it all.
Okay, well, I'm going to my next thing. Location. Let's get our fans to where they want to be and have a vacation during this holiday season. And then the third thing I would consider would be recruiting. What's going to help us with recruiting that pocket where that bowl is played at the best? And that's where you're at, as far as I'm concerned.
So you're looking at Florida. You're wanting Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I like
Orlando,
that.
Jacksonville, Tampa.
It's funny you say that. I'm thinking Texas or Music City Bowl.
Okay.
Well, the two most drivable would be like the Gerard Mayo Bowl in Charlotte or the Music City Bowl. I would say Music City Bowl and Gator Bowl. I think, and now, but you get on the Gator Bowl, or you're going back too soon, from 3 years ago, whatever it was.
See, Tampa to me that's if you're talking vacation for fans, Tampa is pretty good. It's better than Jacksonville. No offense to Jacksonville, but Nashville makes sense too because you recruit the mid-state now.
Right.
Get over there another time. But Jimmy, where are you turning in if you're Danny White?
I'm looking Outback Bowl because of Tampa, and I'm also looking Music City Bowl because of Nashville. Those would be the 2.
For recruiting or just for ease of travel?
Combination of the 2. One is recruiting, obviously, for Nashville and the proximity. And you'll sell a lot of tickets to that. But I also think that the Outback Bowl would like to have Tennessee because they'll sell a lot of tickets for that one, too.
Liberty Bowl always wants Tennessee, never gets them.
They do, and they want them. And I visited with the Liberty Bowl official, and he outlined all the reasons. They had them last year, and then COVID impacted it. But all the reasons why. And his pitch was basically recruiting also, to get those kids out of Memphis.
Yeah.
But the Outback Bowl, do you think Tennessee will still that the Outback Bowl would take Tennessee over another SEC team?
Well,
yeah.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
It's about how many people come down there. It's about your TV ratings to keep your corporate sponsor happy too. That plays into it now,
Right.
as almost as much as how many people you bring into the town. But they could. The problem is you're going to have to jump. You're 7-5, so you're needing to jump Texas A&M basically, because Outback would be the top tier of those. Really,
that are
if you're
left,
looking at it.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else you would have? Well, Arkansas is 8-4, so you'd have to jump Arkansas and Texas A&M. Arkansas travels very well too, and they're going to be fired up this year. So you wonder if Arkansas, are they going to get a reward and go to Florida? Are they going to get one of those going to get sent to Houston?
You know what I like most about this conversation is the fact that Tennessee is actually an attractive team. People want to check Tennessee out, man. People want to see what the hype is really all about.
The hype.
The hype train,
Well,
baby.
the offense is a lure.
Yes.
Trust me, I mean,
It's a sexy team.
If a bowl is picking between that kind of an offense or some plodding Jeremy Pruitt type team, even a good one, you'd
people
rather
who don't
have the
care
offense.
are going to watch that.
That's right.
I think Tennessee and Minnesota. Tennessee and Minnesota and Nashville. Okay.
Let's take a look at potential foes. And Minnesota's not now. What we got here, I went through last night. 3 projections were done by guys after the games yesterday. These are the teams that they had going to these different places. So for like the Liberty Bowl, 2 people had Texas Tech, 1 had West Virginia. So I got Texas Tech and West Virginia. Anyway, these are the teams that are kind of in these bowls. So you could find any of these. Could be someone off this.
Right.
Heck, Tennessee could wind up in the Gasparilla Bowl, technically. But more than likely, it's this pool. Which of those is the sexiest matchup? Penn State.
Well, there'd be a lot of points
And I'm not talking about the sport. I'm not talking about the bowl. I'm saying if you got the Outback Bowl and you got to play Penn State, or just looking at the teams only right
Good luck setting the total for Wake Forest and Tennessee in the Gator Bowl.
now. I don't want that one because I don't want the hashtag Vol Twitter to take over the conversation nationally because they're ugly to John Curry and Dave Clawson. I do not want Wake Forest because people are going to beat up Tennessee's fan base for the way they treat those guys on Twitter. I'm going ahead and predicting it. So I don't want Wake Forest.
Penn State.
Penn State
That to me is the most attractive. Not only that, you got the James Franklin having been at Vanderbilt tie into.
Sterling, what's most attractive?
Most attractive to me is Wisconsin. That's 2 different brands of ball that bring 2 different type of fans to the game and 2 different type of fans watching the game on TV. I like Wisconsin. I think that's the sexiest matchup to me.
You've played West Virginia. You're going to play them again in a few years. I don't care about that. NC State, never care about playing them. Basketball, maybe. Texas Tech, you never see them. Purdue, you've only seen them once in 1979 in the Blue Bonnet Bowl. So Purdue, okay, I'd be interested in that. Wake, if not for the storyline. Wisconsin, you've played them several times. Iowa State, it'd be interesting. You could have another Johnny Majors Bowl. You had 2 in the same year. All right, when we come back, now I want to talk about the MVP of this team and the most valuable assistant coach. Come on back on the Sports Source.